Doc McDonald's just a legend of the club, so one of the small number of MCC life members. I've been a life member and inaugural sort of set up this club 60 years ago. And what we're trying to honour is just the extra effort and above sort of clubman that he was. And today's about trying to celebrate those guys that do above and beyond the minimum requirement.
I think the inaugural year last year was a big one for us. It was, the loss of a really important member of our community and important to a lot of people. So we recognised that and celebrated it. And I think this year, as much as it is still sad, it's important now to celebrate what an important member of the club that he was and that the family and legacy that he's left, which is felt from all of us.
The whole idea of the club since day dot's been, that sort of community vibe. Sort of always looking after each other regardless of the situation, that real mateship sort of setup. So a day like this, especially with being the first home game of the season, it really means a lot. It's sort of a day that you really want to perform on.
So hockey's about structure and culture, and the culture at MCC is fantastic. It's just like walking into your home. Everybody knows you, everybody says hello. This is why we're here. This man started this club. Absolutely.
Things like the Doc McDonald round are really important to the club, I guess particularly after the year that we've had when we've all been spending a lot of time apart to be able to come together and celebrate that history. And I guess thinking, for me, the club builds relationships, and that's really what we're celebrating today, being able to be together and the history of the club.
What keeps women in sport is the friendships and the relationships you make while playing at a high intensity, which is awesome.
There's a really good family atmosphere, and there's that connection to history. So whilst we're only 60 years old, we've got a lot of players that continue to play past their prime, and it's about that mateship and family, and seeing this as a real social connection where we, the older guys pass on that corporate knowledge of the club, be that the history, be that the game style, be that sort of teaching them. This is probably the start of an inaugural day, honouring Doc McDonald and having that club history come back in our first home match of the year.